Alright, hello guys and welcome back to another Yugioh Stardust Accelerator video. Today's video is pretty much to show off a deck to maybe help some of you guys out, because, you know, as you know, we've done a Let's Play on this game already, and I had a few comments in that episode about, you know, people being stuck on this part of the game, and, you know, them wanting to know my deck list that I used to beat it. And unfortunately, although I you know, put my deck list in the comments, it's not a very good deck. Like, it was kind of one of those things that I just had it, and, you know, I save stated to help me get me through that, like through the duels. So basically in this one I'm going to show you a deck that is pretty solid. You know, you get, as long as the deck doesn't completely brick, which unfortunately can still happen. Like, you know, it's a card game, it's going to happen every now and then. But hopefully, you know, this deck's gonna help. Like, I beat it earlier with this deck. No save states. But yeah, I've been trying the last few days to try and come up with... I was trying to come up with a couple of different decks. I didn't want to bring just the one. However, I am horrible at making decks, and I'm pretty sure I said that in the Let's Play itself. I can't make decks for shit. So I struggled a little bit. Like, a few of the decks I wanted to make, including this deck actually, was the game's not got the cards that you know, that I wanted to use, which, you know, I played a lot of the 2011 one, and that has the cards on it for certain decks, and especially this one. Like, this deck's really missing a synchro card that works perfectly, like with Doom Shaman here. I'm sure some of you guys might know it. I can't remember the name of it. It's like some Gemini dragon or something, I think it's called, something like that. And basically what it does is, when it gets destroyed, you can special summon a Gemini monster with its effect to your side of the field. So the idea is you would have yubel, Terror Incarnate on the field, which at the end of the turn it destroys all monsters on the field, excluding itself. So it doesn't die, but everything else gets destroyed. So what you normally do is you summon this dragon, you attack the dragon during the turn, because they don't have anything on their field either, because obviously you've destroyed it all with yubel. And especially up against the like AIs, they don't play anything like when you have Terror Incarnate on the field. So they've got a completely clear board, and you would normally summon this dragon, which would then do 3,000 damage, get destroyed at the end of the turn, which then lets you summon your Shaman back. And then basically what you do is you do that, and then you use its effect to basically summon, where is it? To summon Dark Tinker. So normally you'd run more Dark Tinkers, and, you know, you'd probably remove some other things here and there, but you use that to summon that, and then you get the dragon back out, and you just keep rinse and repeating that, you know, and you basically just finish them off so fast. It's brilliant. But with this, it's a little bit more tricky. The way I've gone about it is we're pretty much summoning, you know, Red Dragon Archfiend instead, for the most part, and maybe a Stardust Dragon here and there, which I actually found I was using Stardust Dragon a decent amount, because it really helps with, you know, like mirror walls and other things they tend to use. But basically the idea of this deck is to obviously bring out yubel. The main one what you really want to do is get out Terror Incarnate. So, because once Terror Incarnate's out, as I just explained, the AI doesn't bring out any monsters. Like, because it knows it doesn't matter. At the end of the turn, they will just get destroyed. So it just doesn't bring them out. So basically what you do is you use Destiny Hero Malicious here. You make sure obviously he's in the graveyard, and use his effect to summon one of, like, you know, another copy of itself from the deck. And then you obviously you synchro with plaguespreader zombie here to get out obviously Red Dragon Archfiend, or, you know, or whatever else. And you pretty much just keep doing that to deal a decent amount of damage. And obviously if they then do destroy that, which I did have a couple of times where Terra Incarnate did get destroyed, you obviously then get the Ultimate Nightmare out, which when you attack them, you take no damage, but you destroyed their monster after battle damage has happened, the battle damage phase, or damage step, that's the one. After damage step, they get destroyed, and they take damage equal to the attack of that monster. So, you know, it works really well. The easiest ways to summon Yubel is pretty much to ditch him to the graveyard and summon him with Limit Reverse. Because what you do is you summon him with Limit Reverse, and then you put him in defense mode. So Limit Reverse basically destroys Yubel, so then you can summon your Terra Incarnate from that. And pretty much once that's on the field, you're pretty much good to go. You should win the duel once you get Terra Incarnate out. So if you get that out, it's pretty much a guaranteed win. So what we're going to do is we're pretty much going to get into duels. We're going to get into this and try and beat the the clones on camera. Just to show you maybe a couple of other, well, there ain't actually many here, I don't think. Cloudians I tried. Beat all of them apart from the final one. The final one is really tough to beat because he can send his monsters to the grave quite easily, and then he gets Dark Armed Dragon out like very quickly, and then that can banish cards from the grave and destroy everything on your field, or like destroy a card on your field for banishing one, and he does it multiple times, so it just ends up destroying everything. So this deck doesn't really work against that, but otherwise it was winning quite well. I tried a remove from play deck, really didn't work, honestly. Like, it was pretty crap, to be honest. I tried a few other cards here and there, and like tried a couple of other decks here and there, and I just couldn't get anything to work, quite honestly. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I'm probably gonna use speed up for the most part, because it may take us a couple of goes. Like, I'll be very surprised if we do get it on the first one. Like, although this deck is pretty consistent up against the first three, pretty much. You know, there are issues here and there, like, you know, bricking occasionally. I know this video went on a little bit too long for me just rambling, but hopefully you guys don't mind too much about that. Alright. Well, I'm gonna stop fast forwarding from now. So I guess what I'll do here is just send Yubel straight to the graveyard. Just get that in there, just so we can, you know, have the chance of getting getting the cards we need. Like, this is actually a pretty bad hand, to be honest. Like, we really don't want Malicious in our hand. Like, we honestly want that in our deck, or, you know, in the grave. So it kind of sucks we have it in hand, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So I am going to fast forward, I think, for the most part, because honestly, they take so long to do stuff sometimes. So that really sucks that we ended up with thingy in our hand, but I guess we'll go for a synchro. I think that's the play for now, at least. Not gonna lie, this deck as well, like that we're going up against now, the zombie deck, can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Not gonna lie. Like, okay, he's gonna go for the crash. I probably should have summoned the other guy. Really, like, that was a bit of a misplay on my part. Okay, here we have a really good card. Because what we can do now is we can use it to special summon, and we can send him to the grave. Then we can also send another card as well. So by ditching that and ditching that, we can send something else. I'm gonna send Doom Shaman just on the off chance we get. See, we get one of the other cards as well, because there is. Let's see. Plaguespreader zombie. I'm going to use this as well so that we can shuffle our decks, because we don't really need Dandelion right now. Like, that card's kind of just there, honestly. Like, we don't particularly need it. We are going to get Stardust right now, though. Let's speed it up again quickly. Because if he has anything that just destroys, like, anything that can destroy us, we kind of want to get rid of that. Yeah, see, look at that. I'm just going to attack this here. Like, I don't mind about that. Let's just get rid of that. Let's just get a bit of damage off. Let's bring Stardust back. Alright, so I don't think there's any point in bringing Yubel out here. Just bring another tomato, why not? Let's just thin the deck, I guess. Actually, I maybe should have gone plaguespreader then. Let's just get rid of that. Alright, slow this down again quickly. Honestly, this isn't the way the deck works at its best. Obviously, it's a lot better if you get your bell. Like, we did get a really bad hand, and I feel like we're gonna struggle to. Actually, never mind. Forget what I was just about to say. This is why we have this card in the what's it available? Dark Oak Dealings. Just put that bomb. We don't need that right now. This is why we have this though. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, gain life points equal to that monster's original attack. So, by attacking this guy here, we now get pretty much we get a decent amount of our life points back. So look at that, we're practically back to, you know, max LP again, which is so good when you're obviously having to fight multiple people, like multiple duelists. So we're just gonna send. Let's just send Yubel, because honestly we don't really need that right now. It's not gonna matter anyway. We basically win this one, so that's the first one done. And for a pretty bad hand, we managed to actually get that quite nicely. Now this hand, on the other hand, is so much better. Alright, well, let's activate Dark Oak Dealings first. That's kind of a bad pickup. Alright, we're gonna use this. I guess I'm gonna remove that just for now, because I feel like we need... Let's get some of the other things in the grave first. Alright, I'm just gonna end turn there. See, this is one of those decks that we're gonna be going up against that we kind of need yubel for, really. Let's see. Sure, I'm going to ditch that and get yubel in the graveyard as well, just to be on the safe side. Is it worth me doing any synchros right now? Alright, I'm not going to worry about synchros just yet. Alright, that sucks. See, this is one of the issues, is you can pretty much just block you from doing anything, really. We do have Heavy Storm in here, so we can get rid of that, which is nice. Alright, there we have that. What was that, 3,000 points on that, I think it was? So, we can't attack with anything with 3,000 or lower, which really, really sucks, quite honestly. But we can pretty much just stall him out, honestly, at this point. I messed up, actually. Yeah, I messed up. You don't want to summon yubel like on your turn. You want to summon it on the turn beforehand. So that was a mistake by me. That's just a massive mess up. Alright, I'm not going to use that effect. I'm going to have to tribute that because of my mess up. And the mess up's going to cost me the duel, I think, as well, which really sucks. Yeah, that's pretty much just cost us the duel, I think. Really sucks. Oh, that's so bad. Yeah. That little mistake there literally just cost us the duel. Oh, so bad. Alright, I'm just gonna... Alright. See, that wasn't the deck's fault, though. That was completely my fault. Like, I messed that up massively. And that's another thing. What I have noticed trying to duel these, you can't make mistakes. Like, mistakes like that just cost you it. And honestly, if you're really far into it, like, yeah, it's kind of rough. But yeah, like, as long as you're not making stupid mistakes like I just did, it works out okay. Alright, this time I'll show you how to do it properly. I'm pretty sure you guys already know how this all works, but you know. Alright, so this time, instead of being a dumbass, I'll activate it on the end of his turn. So then we can just go like that. And we get our Terror Incarnate out. Now, do I want to activate this? Yes. Alright, now, he won't summon any more monsters. Oh, why do we have to get that? So bad. But pretty much, we just wait at this point. We pretty much just keep ending our turn for now. Get the cards we need, and then go in, basically. This is how we do this. Alright, so now we drop that. And I'll activate this, get rid of those. So now we want to activate this first to return that guy. And then we special summon. Obviously the deck gets shuffled. And now we can summon whatever we want from here. So we're going to summon our red dragon. Obviously everything gets destroyed, which kind of sucks, but it ends up working in our favor anyway. So now we'll just go like this, summon it back. We can obviously activate this. And there we go, that's the first one done. See, once you get your bell out, it's really, really easy. And again, we get stuck with a really, really bad hand. So what we're going to do, we're just going to activate Sword to Revealing Light. Alright, and there we go. We got that, so now we can get your bell in there. And we pretty much... this is pretty much how everything works. Also guys, sorry about the sound. I know obviously, you know, the sound sucks when I'm speeding up, but honestly it's so slow if I don't. Pardon me. Let's see how we'll do this. Let's send plaguespreader. And obviously send these back. I didn't mean to click that one. Whatever. Alright, I am actually going to tribute this off, just so that I can get this in the graveyard. Alright, so unfortunately now we actually have to wait until we draw into our like things that can obviously get rid of that, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And there we go. Alright, so he destroyed it for me. That works. Alright, so we'll just end our turn here. There's no reason to really do anything else. Alright, we're gonna go for Stardust here, just in case he has Mirror Wall there. Alright, he doesn't. It's fine. Alright, we're gonna let Stardust get destroyed, because we don't want to end up destroying our own monster. It's not what we want to do at all. Alright, so now we know that's nothing that can destroy us. We might as well just go straight into Red Dragon. Alright, it's 3 down. At this point, we might as well just drop like these, just so we don't end up, drawing into them. I kind of misplayed there. I summoned the wrong one first, which kind of sucks because it means I'm now going to draw straight back into that, but it's whatever. Stardust out. Ooh, sneaky. I thought we were going to win that one there, like right then and there. Although I think, to be honest, we have just won. Like that's pretty much game. And pretty much there though, guys, is how you... Oh my god. Come on! Don't do this to me! Wow. Not gonna lie, that sucks. That sucks pretty bad. No, I'm not gonna revive that. Because what we're gonna do instead is... we're gonna use this. Alright, let me slow it down here. I could definitely go bomb. And there we go, guys. That right there is how you beat the clones. I hope that, you know, helped you guys. I know it went on probably a little longer than, you know, it really needed to be, but I really wanted to show off, you know, that you could win with this deck pretty consistently. Like, we could have even won on the very first go if I hadn't misplayed so badly. But yeah, that is basically going to be it, guys. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If this did help you out, you know, please let me know in the comments. You know, and if you like this kind of stuff, or if you like Let's Plays in general, because that's more what I do, you know, if you could, you know, if you wanted to subscribe, that'd also be fantastic. But I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope this helps people out. Later.